the fresh scent of orange groves. Street after cobblestone street lined with towering oaks, ambling through downtown and along lake shores. These are the sights and scents conjured up by the mention of historic Winter Park, a town that was once a winter resort. Cold-chilled northerners were lured here for a lot of good reasons. Our natural beauty, of course. Just 10 square miles, Winter Park boasts 11 clear lakes, each graciously lined with wildflowers, lush ferns, and moss-draped cypress trees. From the earliest days, our business foundation drew residents, attracted tourists, and boosted the economy. Developers, motel proprietors, professionals, educational institutions, and cultural establishments provided a vibrant and thriving climate that continues today. Winter Park's design and architecture will transport you through time. Today, the rich patina of history can not only be seen, but also viscerally felt. As Florida's first planned city, our downtown also creates excitement and a strong sense of community. Hannibal Square was the historic heart of the Black business community in Winter Park. To this day, the district remains a dynamic hub for restaurants, retail, and real estate. As the Winter Park Chamber of Commerce embarks on its 100th anniversary in 2023, there is much to celebrate, both in reflection and looking forward. After decades of economic vitality, the Winter Park Chamber of Commerce is looking back fondly at the founders and businesses who have engraved their signatures into the landscape. To many, Charles Hosmer Morse needs no introduction. This visionary industrialist enhanced Winter Park with such generous gifts as the land for the Central Park. Morse's granddaughter, Jeanette Genius McCain, and her husband, Hugh McCain, later established the Morse Museum of American Art, which houses the world's most comprehensive collection of works by Louis Comfort Tiffany.
I think there are several debts of gratitude owed for the city that we enjoy today, and of course it's magnificent. And if you go back to the beginning, was in 1904 when two men met. Charles Hosmer Morse, who was a wealthy man from Chicago, he lived here, and Harold Anson Ward, who was born here and worked for the Winter Park Company. And they talked about Rollins at the base of the Park Avenue, about the city park, about the commercial on one side of the street, a park atmosphere on the other. And so we're thankful to a lot of people for what's here today. It's beautiful, and the vision continues.
Education also had an integral role in our growth and development. In 1885, the First Congregational Church established Rollins College, Florida's first four-year school of higher learning. Situated at the entrance to Park Avenue and overlooking Lake Virginia, the college was recently ranked number 1 out of 136 regional universities by U.S. News and World Report. Rollins draws students from all over the world and robustly contributes to our economy. That same year, 9 women created a lending library called the Winter Park Library. The porch of the Lamson House was the first site of the newly formed institution. The library's new state-of-the-art building opened in 2022 and was designed by celebrated international architect Sir David Adjaye. Shortly after, new residents Archibald Bush of 3M, Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing Company, and his wife, Edith, quickly became known for their community support. Years later, Mrs. Bush founded the Edith Bush Charitable Foundation. To date, the foundation has distributed more than $113 million to nonprofit organizations. In 1914, Harley A. Ward and Dow George were commissioned to lay out a 9-hole golf course at the north end of Park Avenue. That same year, the Winter Park Country Club was formed. One of the club's first activities was to build a clubhouse, which is still in use today. One of Winter Park's oldest law firms, Winder Weedle, Haynes, Ward and Woodman, PA, was established in 1931. Partner Harold Ward III is the grandson of Harold Ward Sr. and remains an active public servant.
Our law firm, Winder Weedle, Haynes, Ward and Woodman, traces its roots back to 90 years ago here in Winter Park, and I've been with the firm for 62 of those years. We've over the years tried our best to keep Winter Park the unique cultural and business center that it is. Outstanding among the attractions here are Rollins College and the Morse Museum of American Art. We encourage all others who might be interested in such a unique place. Businesses, for example, have found it to be an outstanding place to do business.
Founded as Bank First, Seacoast Bank, one of the largest Florida-based community banks, is celebrating 90-plus years of business, dating back to 1933. In 1938, the Scenic Boat Tour began taking passengers on tours through the narrow canals of the Winter Park chain of lakes. Still popular today, the attraction highlights nature, local birds, and Winter Park's many lakefront mansions. Miller's Hardware was a Ben Franklin five and dime on Park Avenue until owner Robert R. Miller purchased a building on Fairbanks Avenue, and it became the Miller's Hardware we know today. Founded by William Taylor in 1948, Taylor's Pharmacy still resides at the heart of Winter Park. The city's first electric company, Palmer Electric, was founded in 1951 by Howard Palmer. The company recently celebrated 70 years in business. The roots of the Winter Park Health Foundation were planted in 1951 when a group of residents established the Winter Park Memorial Hospital Association. In 1994, the association became the Winter Park Health Foundation, operating the Peggy and Philip B. Crosby Wellness Center and building a healthier community at large. Advent Health is a not-for-profit organization that has served our community since 1908. Formerly Winter Park Memorial Hospital, it is the oldest and largest healthcare system in Central Florida. In 1956, Robert Langford opened the thoroughly modern Langford Hotel, hosting such VIPs as Eleanor Roosevelt, Ray Charles, George McGovern, Charlton Heston, and Ronald and Nancy Reagan. The Alfond Inn, a renowned boutique hotel, now sits on the site and generates scholarships for Rollins College students through its revenue. The Winter Park Sidewalk Art Festival debuted in March 1960. Today, it's one of the nation's oldest and largest outdoor art festivals, rated among the top shows by Sunshine Artist and American Style magazines. A decade later, the Winter Park Chamber of Commerce began hosting the Autumn Art Festival, the region's oldest juried festival featuring Florida artists exclusively. The Autumn Art Festival will be celebrating its 50th year in 2023. Located on Lake Osceola, the beautiful Albin Polasek Museum and Sculpture Gardens opened in 1961. Fannie Hillman and Associates was founded in 1981 by Fannie Hillman. Over 40 years later, it is still located in the heart of Winter Park. In 1985, Harvey Massey purchased Walker Chemical and Exterminating Company. 2 years later, Harvey renamed the company Massey Services. Today, it is the largest privately held company in the industry. In 1989, the Mayflower of Winter Park, our most distinctive life plan community, began welcoming new residents. In 1996, H. Craig DeLonghi opened the first John Craig in an historic 1923 storefront on Park Avenue, offering the finest in men's clothing. Over the years, John Craig expanded next door and added 4 other boutiques throughout Florida.
The future of Winter Park is very rosy. There are all these young people with lots of energy coming to town, the new restaurants, the stores, everything about it is absolutely awesome.
Today, Winter Park continues to thrive, generating over $4 billion annually. As more businesses take advantage of the city's opportunities, our leaders are actively planning how to best absorb these new populations while maintaining the same quality of life.
Well, first and foremost, we have to make sure that our businesses are prosperous. That's job one for the chamber. And then beyond that, we want to make sure that we're delivering prosperity models that include factors like great sustainability of the earth and our natural environment, making sure that our governance models are inclusive and diverse, and making sure that prosperity is available to as many stakeholders in Winter Park as possible.
Enjoy a final trip down memory lane as we pay tribute once more to Winter Park's iconic brands of yesteryear. From quaint shops to recognized regional businesses and everything else in between, These legacy establishments will forever be connected to Winter Park's past, present, and future. What is the formula for Winter Park's success? Our beautiful natural environment, our access to transportation, the vision and resourcefulness of our leaders, the strength of the business community, and the support of the Winter Park Chamber of Commerce. Join us as we celebrate 100 years as one of Florida's best places to live, work, and thrive.